On this week's episode of Marketing O'Clock,
Google Shopping gets a new fit.
Move over, ROAS, and say hello to POAS in Google Ads.
And Meta is no fun. You now have the option to have comments from no one.
All on today's show.
Welcome, you are listening to Marketing O'Clock. Just stay tuned. Digital marketing news, but let's get specific. Digital ads, SEO and analytics, social media and more. Pretty much everything that'll make your website perform. With new shows every Friday. We give you the news with sass and puns and definitely hot takes. Thank you for tuning in. You know what time it is. It's officially Marketing O'Clock. Settle in, sit back, keep it locked.
Hey there, I'm Christine Zertenheld.
AKA Shep.
I'm Julia Matier.
And I'm Greg Finn.
And it's officially Marketing O'Clock.
Here on October 18th, 2024.
And in case you didn't notice, we look a little bit different.
Yep.
At least if you're on YouTube. That
Dabba dee, dabba die.
What is that?
I'm blue.
Oh, yeah! We have a brand new logo, a brand new refresh of
A brand new brand.
A brand new
Wow.
brand, Shep. I love that.
Yes.
Lane, our fantastic designer here at Cypress North, we're looking to just clean up, modernize the Marketing O'Clock logo, everything to do around it. And he came up with an absolutely out of this world design. It's got a retro clock, sort of those
It's a digital clock. Like, why wouldn't it be? It's genius.
Yeah, it's awesome though. And we have all new everything. You'll see it throughout the rest of the show, new segments. I don't know when the website's going to be updated. It might not be there at the moment, but
we're getting close.
Okay, we're just pushing ahead here.
Yeah.
And I'm like so excited. Everything looks super cool. We're going to have some cool new swag to bring out to Brighton SEO next month as well.
Yeah, so many people on our team help with this. So Kat, Lane, Tables, Grace, everybody. Thank you. It's making us look really good.
We're going to keep it green. And Lane's like, I kind of think it'd be better with a different color. I'm like, do a different color then.
Yeah.
And he did blue. I love it.
Looks good.
Got some really exciting new merch coming too, so stay tuned.
Yeah, so let us know what you think in YouTube in the comments. Sound off over there.
We want to thank AdsVisor for sponsoring this episode. If you've never heard of AdsVisor, you should listen to our show more because we talked about it last week. But it allows you to talk to your PPC marketing data intuitively and analyze it affordably with ChatGPT, Google Sheets, and Looker Studio dashboards. So let's talk about those Looker Studio dashboards today. This was, I'll be honest, a big weak spot for me before AdsVisor. Like, I love working in the platforms, but when it comes to building new reports, it's not my strong suit. But AdsVisor helps even non-technical marketers build Looker Studio dashboards in minutes. The easiest way to do it is with the pre-built Looker Studio template. So you simply connect your ad accounts, and it's all built for you already. So we'll have some screenshots in the show here, but you can look at cost and impressions in this one, clicks, purchases. They have different breakdowns by device and location, like everything you'd ever want to see. Gender is in here for this meta ads example. And then it's pre-built, but you can, of course, play around with it afterwards. Or you can also build Looker Studio dashboards from scratch, as AdsVisor has introduced its community connectors on Looker Studio. And all of this is for their super affordable prices that make AdsVisor truly accessible for any company. So they have super transparent pricing right on their site where you can put in the number of data sources that you have. So if you have Facebook, Google Ads, Microsoft Ads, LinkedIn, it really works with everything. Only $19.99 a month for your first 3 data sources. And then from there, you can play around to see how much it would be for you. But we cannot say enough amazing things about the services. Again, it's super easy for anyone to use. You don't need a ton of technical training. And if you do need a refresher, Gu, the founder and engineer, has all these YouTube tutorials that shows you how to use all the tools. So you can't beat it. Don't just take our word for it. Check out adsvisor.com for more details. That is ADZVISER.com, ADZVISER.com. Thank you, AdsVisor. Okay, getting into the main news here. Big news for e-commerce, Google Ads Advertiser. They are finally rolling out gross profit optimization. So if you already have this in your account, there's a little notification that says Gross profit is calculated by applying the gross profit margins you set up in the gross profit optimization goal to the values of each conversion. And this was first spotted, for me at least, by Casey Gill, and she posted about it on LinkedIn. This is something that was like hinted at. I think they mentioned at Google Marketing Live, but we've been waiting for it to roll out, and now it's finally here. So she says this is available in select Google Ads account, and she says it was announced during Google Ads Academy. Early tests indicate a 15% uplift in campaign profit when using this setting. So the biggest things to keep in mind here is, of course, you need to give Google Ads that information so that they can optimize for gross profit. So you have to include cart data and cost of goods sold data in your product feed, and you need to set optimization goals to profit target ROAS, also known as POAS.
POAS.
Whoa, that's like a new one for me.
It's weird though, because it looks like a toggle button. Like it doesn't seem like it's a actual bidding type, which is, I'll have to see it when we have access to it.
So you would have it on TROAS and then toggle this on, you're thinking?
I have not set this up, to be candid.
Yeah.
But there is a toggle button to say optimize towards profit. And I would assume that you're then looking at profit.
Yeah.
Over ad spend.
She's in a specific campaign here.
Okay.
So it looks like you could like turn it on for one campaign, because it could have been at the account level too.
So
that's what you mean.
But it was just odd that it's not like a drop-down choice from your bidding type.
Yeah. Just another weird named bid strategy that we could keep up with. But I think no complaints here. This is really awesome. Who wouldn't want to do this? If you could get all that information in there and get it set up, looks like you have an example.
Yeah, no, I have an example. I think face value, we're in a vacuum. There's no history. This is the first moment in time. And you tell me this, I'm really excited. Now, unfortunately, we don't live in a vacuum. And we've seen historically a lot of issues with Google Ads. I'd say there was a whole DOJ court case where they broke up, or they're calling Google a monopoly, and they're facing alleged breakup of certain aspects. But you see a lot of things about knobs and tuning and shaking the cushions, in that testimony. And so my question would be do you trust Google to give them all of your business data? And then if Google can do something and they see that, yes, you can hit this certain profit level, maybe they could go above that profit level, but they know they could just have to get to this profit level. How is that going to play out? So I think I'm just sort of a pessimist, and like, is this happening for the right reasons? Like,
yeah, that's like everything about Google Ads. Like, it can be really good if you give it all of your information, but
yeah. And I just feel like at some point we are giving a ton of information and a ton of control to a company that in the documentation does not have advertisers' backs. To me, the smart bidding is one of the smartest things that they've ever done, where they're like, don't even put bids out. We'll take care of it. They make money off that. Like,
yeah.
It's the easiest way they could ever do it to get CPCs up, is just to do that. And yes, it works, but it will slowly work less and less and less and less. And that's the thing. Like, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. That's where it comes down to for me.
We're a couple months away from the most pro Google Marketer of the Year award. So,
yeah, I've won that 2 in a row.
Be careful.
I will never be careful.
But it's nice that you can test it at the campaign level if you want. You don't have to do it everywhere at once.
Agree.
You do agree to give the data. So,
and just to let you know, just because I say something, I will test this.
Yeah.
I will try this. I will see if it works. So because I'm a little bit down on it or a little bit dubious, does not mean that you should not do it. I test everything. Demand gen, PMAX, across the board, page feed, PMAX, product feed only. I will test anything and I will go with what works. And I think that's what good marketers should be doing as well.
I also wish they had rolled it out a little bit earlier than like Black Friday, Cyber Monday season, rather than giving us like a month. But
seriously, they have like 4 weeks to get data.
Maybe everyone will turn this on and it'll just be super expensive. So thank you, Casey, for the heads up. Julia, do you have news?
I do. So big meta news from Brom Vanderhalen on LinkedIn. Meta is now testing the ability for businesses to turn off comments on their ad, so you can set it to public or to no one. It also says, though, that this feature is being tested and a limited number of comments may still appear. So I don't know if it actually works, but I guess it's like cool to try. I feel like Facebook sucks and there's always like bad comments and
Yeah.
stuff. So like it could be helpful for that, but also like could be sus if you're like turning off all your comments. Like people normally do that when they don't want anyone to comment.
Yeah,
for a
but I
bad
don't know
reason.
if I would like have my red flags on if a business turned
Right,
it off
yeah.
either.
Also, like, would people even really know that they had comments turned off? They wouldn't unless
That's
they
what
try
I'm
and
thinking,
comment.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those people that are like judicious about hiding comments,
Right.
like, that's almost sneakier in a way.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
it's like you see all this activity, all this, and there's like 6 comments, and they're all astoundingly good.
Right. Yeah.
If you're paying for an ad, I feel like it makes sense that you can turn it off.
I
Yeah.
do too. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm surprised it took them so long.
I still think it's funny in X you can like community note ads. It's so funny. From Google, there are some big upgrades or transformations, as they call them, coming to Google Shopping. There are really 3 different things happening. The first one, when we've talked about this, shopping has been going under a variety of changes in the last 2 months. One thing that we saw a few weeks ago was generative AI sort of like half-baked in with the results of shopping, and then it would take you off to like a different website, which I thought was atrocious. I don't mind these changes. There's going to be AI generated information for the query that you put in above the products, kind of laying some of the things out. And then it seems like it's going to be AI generating content around your products as well. I don't know why you can't just use the description, but in the example, it seemed like the items that were in orange in the GIF that they provided were like AI generated, where they say it's a down hybrid, where it just said this parka. It's trying to like punch up some of the descriptions. So I don't like the description part, but I like the part where you're like, hey, just so you know, there's a wide variety of different iPhones. The newest version is the XLR and the oldest version is the 7 or something like that. Like, I think that could be helpful. And I do think Amazon does a very good job in their reviews of saying the pros that people say about this product is the durability and the cons are the power or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that Google like really shies away from some of that review stuff. We talked about it last year or earlier this year, maybe, that AI overviews aren't going to have like review data in there. So you like, can't look at a product and get reviews coming into it because they want to be unbiased. And to me, I think like one of the biggest things is reviews when you're shopping. And I still don't know how they're going to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then additionally, there's going to be more personalized results. So you can go to shopping.google.com and Google will curate some things that they think you will like. In the example, there are like boots. There was then like a bunch of shorts kind of reviewing the boots, which is kind of cool. Then a jacket and like coffee makers and bags or something like that. So it looked like it might have been to Renee, the liaison over there in Google. I couldn't really make out their face. Pretty cool.
So you just open Google Shopping and it has recommendations versus searching for something.
They say you can just go to shopping.google.com and start scrolling and you'll see it from there.
Nobody's doing that.
I do think that people would. It's just
If they could do a better job.
if they could do a better job. And speaking of that, something that might actually be interesting, and I don't know how this is going to play out, but the last thing that they're adding is best prices from the best places, they call it, but deals. So you can hop in there. I gave it a test. They actually had decent deals showing up, but I only got like 4 of them and they weren't really targeted towards me. So maybe it hasn't rolled out to me yet. But you can see in the example, you can go look at deals by category and see top deals for you and basically get you a lot of different things for savings. And like I said, people would like an alternative to Amazon, I believe, especially when you have the potential to cover the entire internet and not just on one site. I think that's a big deal. No pun intended. But I do think that this could be something that could lure people in. If you're like, I need something, I want to go, I don't want to go to a deal site and scan through everything. I'm going to go to Google Shopping. I'm going to look at electronics. I'm going to go to headphones and I'm going to look at the deals and make a purchase. So overall, I think these are really good changes, and there's nobody who wants shopping to happen more than me for Google.
And now for this week's
Cool Tool.
As a reminder, our Cool Tool segment is not an official endorsement or paid mention. We're simply sharing something we found in our travels that may be of use to our listeners. and is really, really cool.
This week's cool tool is from Ryan Jones on X, and it's his new SEO tool called SERP Recon. So it helps you outrank competitors and improve relevance using the methods search engines use. They have various plan options and also a 7-day free trial to get started. We'll have the link in our newsletter and a Discord, so check it out.
Now it's time for this week's Take of the Week. This is a #fire digital marketing take with extra spice served up for you. We simply deliver the take for your consumption. We give no opinions. We don't influence. You make the call.
This week's Take of the Week comes from John Doherty at DohertyJF on X. And he says, I'm sorry, Google, but this is just obscene. A branded query and the site isn't even above the fold, period. All ads, period. And John was looking for Moly payments. The first 4 items in the SERP were ads for JP Morgan, Tremendous, Paystand, and Aiden. Additionally, there was no organic above the fold. There is still a little link up in the upper right. I don't know if you saw that or not. It's technically there. You just have to like go underneath the company name. But Google is going all out on ads. We're going to talk about it a little bit later in the show with a viral video that was going around. And at some point, there has to be some pushback. When they start slipping to search GPT, it's probably going to be too late at that point, but maybe they'll actually try to match somebody up. When you're searching for Moly payments specifically, maybe just put 2 competitor ads. Can we just do 2?
Mm-hmm.
Like leave the competitor ads there. How about we just get the brand above the fold?
Yeah.
In this way, you're not serving your customers for what they're looking for. I don't know.
It is obscene.
More on that to come in a minute, folks.
And it's got to be Molly, right?
Oh. I don't know. I thought I sounded sophisticated. Mollie. I don't know what that is. If you do, please sound off in the comments.
Let us know.
Now it's time for this week's Pew Pew Lightning Round. At this point in the show, we split up our content into 3 parts: paid, organic, and social.
First up in the paid universe this week, a big update in LSA land. There's just another big update every week. But this week, the social dude shared a screenshot that he got in his account that says that by Thursday, November 21st, 2024, your local service ad will need a matching Google business profile to continue appearing in search results and to display your customer reviews. And then I guess he said to add color to this, it like guides you through a setup process, even if you already have one. So you do not need to set up another one. You can like link your existing, just as a heads up. Another thing that's changing is it says there's a fresh focus on reviews now. So when you complete the profile affiliation, your new customer reviews will be managed from Google Business Profile, not your LSA account. And beginning in early 2025, your existing customer reviews will also be managed by your Google Business Profile. So big changes there.
One part of me was like, they're just trying to create more ad space. If you remember the reviews ads from last week, like, yeah, you need a Google Business Profile so you can jam some more ads into those reviews.
I hope not.
And I sounded off even more like a full minute over on Cypress North. I'm doing a rant a week. So
yeah, but
follow us on
can you
social.
save some rants for us?
Yeah.
I got nothing but rants.
I hope there's enough rants to go around, Snoop. That's all I'm saying. Next up from Patrick Gen on LinkedIn. He says, since the beginning of October, Google has been creating a new automatic audience called Engaged Audiences. This seems to record all users who have been in contact with an ad and have then visited the website. The difference to the all visitors list seems to be that it is not directly related to the remarketing tag. So I guess could this be like a nice third-party cookie going away type of, I guess it's not going away, but privacy safe setting?
I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like I've heard of this one before at Google Marketing Live or something too, but if anyone gets to test these, let us know. Microsoft Ads announced a preview of the ad selection API in Microsoft Ads. This is another data privacy thing. So exciting. They say it will deliver targeted ads without relying on third-party cookies. It operates at the browser level, ensuring privacy by using techniques like differential privacy and K-anonymity.
Anonymity.
Anonymity. I feel like the person in Finding Nemo. Where's
Nemo?
the place they live?
The anemone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see an enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anonymity. Anyway, ad auctions and selections will occur in a secure environment, protecting user data while maintaining relevance, and developers can test the API via the origin trial. So have fun. Okay. Update that people saw on their Google Ads account this week. It says starting November 13th, Google Ads will be implementing a new data retention policy, and all account performance metrics will be retained for 11 years. Did it used to just be forever?
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
Seems like it.
So interesting. Can we download stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. PPC Greg's like all on X downloading everything.
Oh, okay.
So what did you do in 2012 that you're so proud of? Mr. Headline PPC Greg, headliner over on Search Engine Land. You see the ad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's right in the middle.
Yeah.
Greg of the year.
Not this year, Greg. I'm coming for you. You have to admit, I have good odds this year.
Well, they might be naming Google Ads Greg Ads, and it's after PPC Greg. Because did you notice the most important detail of this?
No.
PPC Greg did. They're referring to themselves as G Ads.
Oh, yeah.
Gads.
Like,
Sounds so
what?
gross.
Is this going to be a thing?
I don't know. It reminds me of like a
Ew.
body part.
Cats.
Yeah. There's missing an O and an N, but
Yeah. Let's put an end to that. I don't like it.
Gads.
This is my favorite little detail. I always have to say this when Google announces something like this, and it's like, no action required. This update will be applied automatically to your account. Like, nobody asked that. They're asking if they can opt out of this. Like, I hate
You don't
them.
have to do anything. Yeah, I know.
Next up from Brooke Osmondson for SEJ, there are big updates coming to Reddit ads. First, keyword targeting is now available for feed and conversation ad placements. They also have new AI-driven audience expansion and placement expansion coupled with keyword targeting. And they have new AI keyword suggestions to analyze all of Reddit's conversations to recommend relevant keywords for further reach and analysis. So if you're a Reddit ads girly, go ahead and test. Every week we have another weird ad example that people saw on Google. I feel like they're usually from Kushal Purwani.
Yes.
This one is too. This is bizarre. He's scrolling down, he's on mobile, and it's like a hidden accordion. What would you call this? It's like expandable. Dell laptop deals and then HP laptop deals. They're two separate accordions, and you can click to expand them, and then there's a carousel, and you scroll horizontally. That is just
That's
strange.
so
to me.
weird,
And
yeah.
it's like not going to make Google more money. So
Yeah.
why would they ever do that? It's just weird. It's like what can we do now? And they just throw in weird stuff.
Yeah, and then there was one where it's like almost a horizontal ad card, and then it has, I think there's site links underneath it in the example over on Search Engine Roundtable. But I think the big takeaway here is there's images in each one of these new ad formats. And I know I've been saying it since GML, but even if you do just regular old search ads with AI overviews, with everything, make image assets. I'm telling you now, Greg Stradamus, images are going to be super important.
Next up, Google Ads has this new policy that seems to be coming for agencies. Agencies are your biggest problem. Give me a break.
They're their biggest problem.
It says in November 24, Google will complete the Google third-party policy to announce new penalties for third parties that enable significant or sustained policy violations. So if you're an agency and you're breaking the rules all the time for different clients, ooh, I'm shaking in my boots. No. Agencies are not your problems. They're the ones trying to do good work and make this platform work for people. They are so annoying.
But the biggest thing with that is they can shut down and suspend you basically forever, it seems.
May result in the loss of privileges, removal from Google third-party programs such as Google Partners, WeBump, and account suspension.
Take mine. I have so many points. We got to figure out what to buy. Maybe we could buy something for an audience member.
Ooh.
I just don't want to ship it. I have to ship it right to you or you'll never get it. But the biggest thing here is that agency account can be suspended and everything in that that they have. So this is a call to you. If you have somebody that is running your Google Ads that you do not own, this is just yet another reason. You should always own your own Google Ads account and then give access. You should never have an agency own your Google Ads account. Never, ever, ever. And this is just yet one more reason not to, so that you won't be penalized by their shadiness and their naughtiness with their other accounts.
Greg likes to use the word naughty sometimes.
It's a good word.
Next up, we have LinkedIn event ad updates from Anu over on Search Engine Land. So first, thought leader ads to promote member posts about company-hosted events are coming. Also, you can post a 30-second sneak peek video, like when your event's starting as a live broadcast. That's pretty cool. They also have new targeting options for event promotions. They are also updating the Wire program, so there's new in-stream video ads available to EU brands. And finally, there are changes coming to the Accelerate automated campaigns over on LinkedIn. So they have video and document ad options now and new campaign objectives, including brand awareness and video views. So that is it for paid. What's happening in organic?
All right. And Lightning Round this week is brought to you by our phenomenal sponsor, AdsVisor, this week. And not only do they help you connect to those data sources, pull it out so you can see information, they also help you sort and sift through that information with their GPT, their custom GPT that they have. And they recently have updated that GPT. You can now go through 3,500 plus rows, filtering and sorting. And it is even more reliable now for two main reasons. One, that you can return files directly into the conversation now with GPT-4o, so it works even better. And that the data range calculations are enforced 99% of the time now. So just better upgrades to ChatGPT and GPT-4o makes it the reporting even better. They have some great examples from a recent email that I got from them showing exactly where you can download the reporting data. You see the search terms, impressions, clicks, the cost, and it analyzes thousands of rows, like we said, 3,500. And over, you can even just see the GPT in action. Just go to ads with a Z, visor.com, ADZVISER.com. You can see the GPTs in action. I'm on here right now. It's the AdsVisor marketing data and ads data analytics. You can optimize Google Ads campaigns based on historical information, draw a Facebook ads line chart based on daily clicks, create pie charts for Google Analytics, or exact organic performance metric. What can't you do, Shep?
There's nothing you can't do. And you can just tell Goo, the founder, is just like always listening to people. I feel like he knows everyone who uses the product, what they think of it all the time. And if something's like not perfect, he's always making changes. I'm obsessed with him.
Yes. And I'm obsessed with AdsVisor. So go check it out today. ADZVISER. AdsVisor. Thank you. All right. Huge news here as Search Engine Land, well, Third Door Media, which owns and operates Search Engine Land, MarTech, and SMX, was purchased in the Digital Marketing Depot. I don't know if you know. That's the big one.
Donna, what's the Home Depot song? I'm just
know.
hearing it in my head right now.
It's a bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. You know what I mean?
Please play it, James.
It sounds kind of like the Reels noise you made last week.
Yeah.
But SEMrush, aka SEMrush, aka SEMrush, has purchased all of that. I'm probably going to get in trouble for that, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sort of helping SMX.
You're like Mr. SMX.
I'm not Mr. SMX.
You do amazing talks at every SMX.
I just did a banger, but I
Can't wait.
I was a little too ramped up. I didn't have a lot of sleep. But anyway, what's going on for you? When I'm tired, you get no filters.
What was the topic?
AI and ads. But I thought it was really. If you haven't signed up for SMX, go sign up for SMX next. It's gonna be awesome. They let me speak on a panel, which I think I did great. I usually don't get to speak on panel. Shep and I are going to be on a coffee talk, which is going to be super fun. And then I'm moderating a bunch of stuff. And I've seen some presentations. Some are really good.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, SEMrush purchased this, and it seems like they have they purchased everything. So they own it outright. I think there are a few, I guess, main takeaways here. First and foremost, Barry Schwartz is staying and contributing, which I think is like everybody's number one concern.
Thank God.
He is just a contractor. And so I think that was like a big question is, you know, is he going to stick around? And he said, as long as basically I have no editorial oversight, nothing to do, whatever, like that I'm forced to do, I will stick around. So I would expect that kind of unbiased Barry that you get now will still be there. I also interviewed him about this on It's New, and I tried to get all the details out of there. He gave some good details. I think one thing he mentioned is, you know, like one positive is that Danny Sullivan will not have ownership of Search Engine Land anymore, because he had a piece of Search Engine Land from what it sounds like, and there was a disclaimer out on Search Engine Land, and everybody calls him out on that. Search Engine Land was like, how are you gonna be unbiased? Danny's never given any feedback since he left. I feel like he was just like done with it. But then people are still concerned, like, hey, now you have this tool, and how's that going to play out? Are you going to be biased or whatever towards what's good for this tool? And I don't think so. We'll have to see. But like, if you have to put a panel together and it's a PPC panel, and you have to have somebody from SEMrush, count me out. I'm right out of there. I do not like that.
Yeah.
So I'll be gone. But I don't think that'll be the case at all. I think they've just been purchasing a lot of things in there. I know they're already a sponsor. I do imagine the sponsors of Search Engine Land would change. The sponsors of SMX would change. Some of the motivations are probably going to change a little bit, where SEMrush is more prevalent, but they did it with Backlinko and then Exploding Topics and this next one. So seems like a good match. Like, again, you're going to complain. Either people just, these SEOs, they just complain. They'll complain and be like, oh, Danny owns some of it. Do that voice. Oh, Danny owns some of it. When there's, a tool owns some. Somebody's got to own it.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, I interviewed Barry over on Rusty Brick on YouTube, and I asked him a ton of questions, and I thought he gave like good answers. So
I'll have to watch.
You don't watch anything.
It's
like,
new?
Yeah.
I usually watch It's New when I'm prepping for the show.
Okay. I did get a lot of nice messages about the slander you put to my name.
It wasn't slander.
People reached out and were like, I'm on Greg's side. I'm not on Shep's side. She's so mean. Like, you should feel good about yourself. Don't let her bring you down like she's trying to do.
It was a compliment.
Well, I just, so you know, people reached out.
My favorite moment was when the one person like asked about it and you responded so detailed. And then Barry Schwartz said, I think this is it.
Well, Barry put it out there in a big tweet. It was the first comment on there. I wanted to set the narrative because it's not going to be funny unless people know the full context.
Right.
So I was just trying to set the context.
It was just another example of you just like going above and beyond.
I know. It's a problem. It's a problem. Shep, it's a problem.
It's a good problem.
But just, you know, people reach out.
I'm on your side. Snoop Dogg is at the top of his game.
There are other people that are more on my side than yours. There's more search ranking volatility going on in Google, and it's just been off the hook with the volatility going on. I think Morty from Wix had said that it was the most volatile point, like volatile month or so in history. It still seems like it's going that way. So just check your rankings, check what's happening, and go from there. Google is also testing verification icons at a product overlay window. So Brody Clark had seen these in the SERPs before. And there's an example that'll be up on the screen where you can see the main SERP in Walmart has a little blue check mark. Also, sellers are going to have a blue check mark. So this seller honestly has a very long name that I cannot pronounce. I can try to pronounce most things. I am not going to try to pronounce this one. But you can see it's from Walmart and it's a verified seller. So I think that's kind of cool. I just wish you had a way to like really get in these things and make it accessible for everybody, especially if you like small business like you say you do. Why are you just letting Walmart get the blue checks? Why don't you let other people get the checks?
Walmart's a small business.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen what the Broncos pay their head coach, but it is not a small business. Google has new video generation launching in Product Studio. I was excited to see what this would look like. I used it and I was no longer excited.
Oh no.
You can put in a product. You need to put in like some images. Each one's a little bit different. You need logos and it will kind of make a very remedial video for you. In my SMX panel, I think I called it a thrift store cap cut. I was going hard. I'm like, this is a thrift store cap cut. But yeah, it's not great. But if you need stuff to be done, you have a huge catalog, you've got an intern and you're trying to make video and you give them strict rules, maybe this could help. You still could do better with CapCut.
Mm-hmm.
Get CapCut Pro. And what is it, $20? Go make real video. Or get a tables.
Well, don't take our tables.
No, don't take tables. Go find chairs.
Some other tables.
All right, there's another video out there from Mr. Who's the Boss. Shout out Tony Danza. And the video was called Why Google Search is Falling Apart. And this fella goes through and has what I would say is a scathing review of the state of Google SERPs. The main argument was the fact that ads are everywhere. To John Doherty's point from our Take of the Week. And he talked about just the influx of ads, how a lot of the ads take up the majority of space. He goes into shopping ads as well, and how shopping, the majority of the way that people use shopping on Google are actually ad driven because they see ads within the main search results pages. And then there's some things that are like pretty outdated that aren't really around anymore, but it's a good argument. I think most of the stuff he said was like newish at least, and everything he said was factual, but some of the things don't really happen anymore. But it's just something good to know. If your client reached out to you and was like, what's this? And it had like 2 million views in like a few days. So in the big takeaway here is everybody is like, I don't want to spend money on ads. You gotta. Mm-hmm. You have to. How are you doing business without spending money on ads when ads take up that much inventory or that much real estate?
You can't.
Something that is really grinding my gears this week are 2 new tests. One on Google that went out to a bunch of, it sounds like paid participants. So they had signed up to try and be in this test. And then one on Bing where the people were not paid. It just happened. And so on Google, they have a quick view button. And so there's a lemon pesto recipe in this example that Barry has over on searchengineroundtable.com. You can hit quick view and it gives you all of the ingredients, all of the cooking instructions. It seems like everything from that schema that was uploaded, and you never visit the site.
Oh my God. After they destroyed recipe blogs and everyone writes their whole life story.
I know.
Nobody will ever click on a recipe blog again.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to find out people's childhood traumas and how they overcame in order to get you this butter pecan cookie recipe. Mm-hmm. But at least you can opt into this on Google.
Who would?
Well, it's like it seems like it's a select group, right? And Barry's exact wording on it was, this is an update from Google. We're always experimenting with different ways to connect our users with high quality and helpful information. We have partnered with a limited number of creators to begin to explore new recipe experiences on search that are both helpful for users and drive value to the web ecosystem. We don't have anything to announce right now. I just hope they're getting paid.
Yeah.
You're not getting traffic. That's just more zero-click Google. Ugh. But on a brighter note, Microsoft seems to be doing the same thing, but with no collaboration to the creators. Great. It is super, super sad. We talked about it on It's New on the @RustyBrick channel on YouTube this week. And one of the responses was just really, really sad from Inspired Taste. The example was from Inspired Taste, and they had said, so it was a tahini recipe. Let me just read the story and then talk about the sadness aspect of it. It was for a tahini recipe, and Microsoft looks to be pulling out the schema, and you can see swipeable step 1, step 2, step 3, everything from the site right there in Microsoft. No click needed to go to the advertiser. And Inspired Taste, we're talking back and forth online, and they said, we really appreciate that. We have 15 years worth of recipes with heartwarming comments from home cooks, personal recipe videos, and trusted personally or personally trusted chef tasted recipes. Search engines don't own these recipes. And the fact that Bing is taking this without sending any type of traffic or value, to be honest, to people, that is really, really, really scummy. That is a scummy move. And I hate both of these. I hate the fact that people are opting into it on Google, and I hate the fact that Bing is allegedly stealing some recipes from creators.
That's really messed up.
And people aren't like talking about this. People get upset about the dumbest stuff. Like, this is like actually a problem.
Yeah.
This is actually a problem where you're taking the entire content, everything people worked hard to make this recipe good, and you're just putting it out there with no possible way for them to get value via an affiliate click, sell a recipe book, get them on a newsletter. It's like, nope, just gone. Poof. Hate it. YouTube has 3 different things. Or no, this is just one thing. It's the Dream Track Audio Creator. All US creators can now use their AI audio creation tool. It has prompts, and you can make a type of music from the prompt. And the prompt's in text format, and it's called Dream Track Audio Creators. It was only to a few creators to start, and now it's, or select number of creators, and now it's up for grabs in all the US. We also have some nuclear news here. Yes. We got a nuke on our hands, as Google has signed on to purchase nuclear energy from Kairos Power, allegedly.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. What?
Is it like in Rochester? We're like right near a nuclear facility. It's like the oldest one around. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah. So Google's going nuclear with it. I think most people are like pro-nuclear at this point. I don't know.
I say nuclear.
Nuclear?
What are you
I'm
saying?
calling you out on a lot of
Nuclear.
pronunciation. I know. It's like a common thing.
How do you say it?
I mean, look at how the word is spelled, Greg.
Nuclear.
Why would you call it a nuke?
What do you say?
Nuclear.
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 Nuclear. A lot of people do it. Are you joking?
No, that's what I say. What do you say?
Nuclear. I don't know what
You're saying
either
what
of
I'm
us.
saying.
I low-key have a brother who's a nuclear engineer, but I'm also smarter and prettier than him. We could ask him what he thinks.
Okay, get him on the blower and we'll report back next week. All right, and then YouTube has new process that will allow creators to respond to people using AI-powered reply suggestions. Is that what we really need? Big thanks. I don't know.
We don't need that.
I don't think we do. But it's just for creators to reply. So I don't know. I like it when people actually reply.
Mhm.
It's gonna make me want to. There's gonna be a creator out there that now is gonna stop replying because they're like, oh, you're not gonna think it's real.
Not these creators. We love our YouTube comments.
Yes, and we
Yeah.
respond to the majority of them. All right, YouTube has a Why We Watch 2.0 report. The whole thing is about emotion and how you need to have good content, quality content. They try to define quality. It's in weird color format. It looks nothing like YouTube. It's like pinks and like salmons colors.
What is with your words today?
Pink and salmon. And then they just keep talking about emotion, how you can get emotion in there. And YouTube has 3 other updates. The first is that there's variations on Shorts templates. So they said up until now, creators could only remix single elements for Shorts, for example, a song, video, or effect. But now creators can replace or build on attributes from any existing video they've watched, including inherited elements like audio segment, timing, and text. So you can do more remixing like the other platforms out there. Another thing that people can do is they can opt in to see fewer shorts, which I think is good.
Mm-hmm.
When Google comes out on one hand and has this guide about quality, on the other hand is pushing shorts, it's just hard to believe what you want them to do. I just get confused.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not that smart. Maybe I grew up near a
Maybe
nuclear
you've
power
just
plant.
seen a lot of shorts.
Yeah, but so you can get rid of shorts, I guess, so, or fewer shorts. And then YouTube Studio Mobile has now support for rotation to landscape view. That's one of my little secrets in life, those little things you like. When you have an app that shows you some data and you flip landscape and you see more data. I love that. You can now do that with YouTube Studio Mobile. So that is it for me in organic. What is happening in social, Julia?
Okay, first up for social, Instagram launches new profile cards. So these cards are now available to all users, and they're like flippable panels that have a QR code on one side and a profile overview on the other. You can also choose a song to play when your card is open and edit the background of the card with any image. They've had a QR code option for a while, but no one really used them because they were like kind of hidden. So I think this is a good idea. I think it's fun, and I feel like it's an easy way to just get people to follow you.
Mm-hmm.
And then next, TikTok is partnering with InMarket to improve in-store sales tracking. InMarket's process utilizes a range of touch points to more accurately measure in-store visits, which can help the user better understand how their online promotions are leading to in-store sales. So good for TikTok. Hopefully people see results from that. X is making changes to its creator monetization program by switching from ad revenue share to a percentage of premium user payments as a financial pool for its participating creator payouts. So they'll now be paid based on engagement with their content from premium users, not ads in the replies. So when your followers subscribe to X Premium and engage with your content, they support you directly. And because X Premium is growing, X says your payout is too. So the more premium subscriptions overall, the more revenue you earn.
Who is like a big creator on X?
Also, like, that's so dumb, is it not?
X is huge.
I know, but who is like building a community on X?
Politics? Anybody in politics?
They're not looking to make money off of X Premium subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that it's just weird when you're like, oh, you get a percentage of ad dollars spent in the comments on your posts, and that's something Elon's saying. And then the other hand is, F you, everybody hates advertising, go turn it off.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a weird
Yeah.
thing to hear if you're trying to make money. It's like,
Yeah.
everything I see is, get rid of ads, get rid of ads. Elon's like, I hate ads, get rid of ads. And they're like, oh, this is how you get paid? That never really aligned with me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of my favorite X ads I've been seeing lately, have you, is the company that you can pay them to get your suspended Google Ads account back up and running.
All I get are politics now. It drives me crazy.
Next, Meta is testing improved Instagram to Threads cross-posting. So they're adding Instagram as a source for your attachments, which enables you to select posts or reels that you shared on your Instagram account. They've had auto sharing as an option for a while, so we're not sure if this is replacing that feature or just like an additional option to share some, but I think it's like kind of stupid. I don't know.
You can use this on your Threads account?
Yep, the Threads account I don't have.
You do not have a Threads account? I disagree. You have one.
The Threads account I've never opened.
Do you have one?
Disagree.
Doesn't everyone?
See, I'm right.
Everyone-
No. But don't you just like automatically
No, you have to
technically have one?
Threads.
You have to get the app, right?
Yeah.
But then you already have an account, do you not?
Like, do I own my handle?
Yeah.
It's much sought after.
Yeah, my God. It's the craziest handle ever.
Threads is also developing a community feature called Loops to help make it easier to uncover topic-based communities. So users can add their individual thread into the loop, which will then feed into that topical community. So it's basically like X communities. But
I swear loops were something else on Instagram before.
yeah, maybe. Probably.
Loopy.
But they were like, oh, it's like a loop, like a thread. So dumb. Okay, LinkedIn is adding another puzzle game into its mix called Tango. So it's basically like a math game, sorta, and then there's like moons and circles. I tried to play it and was just confused, but if you just keep clicking, they'll switch. And yeah, apparently puzzles are doing well though, so they added a new one.
I feel like this is for like companies who ban Facebook and stuff.
No, literally. They're
But
like,
you're
go
not
on
gonna
LinkedIn,
ban
you can play
LinkedIn.
games. No, it was like actually kind of, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I struggled.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Jill
told you.
Saskin Gales is playing. Oh my God.
JSG.
And Glenn Gabe is playing.
I don't get how you play it.
And last, YouTube announced a range of updates to help refine and enhance the user experience. The first update is incremental playback speed, so you can increase or decrease the playback speed in 0.5 second increments.
This is so dumb because this is like something you should have for podcasts.
Yeah.
Not just video watching a podcast, but podcasts. And they do not, they make a podcast section and then they just do not care about podcasts. You cannot stream it and shut your phone off, like turn your screen off. That's what they need to do. I do not understand what they're doing. You have to pay to do that. Guess what?
The stupidest thing.
Nobody's going to do that.
Yeah, you get more ad views if you would just make it.
Yeah.
I know. And their ads are like 60 seconds now. My kids like scream at me. Like, why are your ads so long these days?
Do they know like you make ads too? Because that's been a struggle for me.
Yeah. And
Did you make this one?
yeah. That's what
Yes, I did.
I made this one, you know? And then and their thing is you always get the skip ad. It counts down, and at like 3 seconds left, they go, skip ads. And I'm like, I couldn't even do it yet. I'm trying. I was going to time it perfectly, but you just jumped the gun. And they think it's funny every time. Okay, I apologize.
They also improved browsing in landscape mode, which has better responsiveness, so larger thumbnails and bigger test displays on screen. Lastly, they updated mini player. This will make it easier to browse other videos while watching. You can move and resize the mini player as much as you like.
And that brings us to our real life segment, straight out of our accounts and into your ear holes. It's time for Working Hard or Hardly Working, where we talk about what's going on in our IRL work, good, bad, or otherwise.
This is not a revolutionary idea. I feel dumb that I didn't really do it until today, but some PPC news articles are really like, this is what's happening with so-and-so, and we're doing it because this, and we bring to you this announcement. We care about advertisers.
Wait.
I finally started Google. I finally put some in ChatGPT today and was just like, what is this about? And it was in my
Please help.
So
they are the new recipe blogger, the Google PR team.
yeah. Oh, yeah. And I mean, the recipe bloggers are going to cease to exist.
Yeah, they're gone.
Somebody's got to do it. What about you, Julia?
For me, hardly working is how site links show up in Google. Or like in Google Ads, like when you click on them, it like breaks it out by campaign. But then if I have the same one on like 5 campaigns, I see it 5 different times, which like I get because then you can see it by campaign. But it's just annoying when you're trying to just like easily. Yeah, you should have both options to see like what site links are up there and then by campaign or whatever. So. Yeah.
All right. And for me this week, somebody working hard is the person that redid all of this beautiful new branding. I can't tell you how much I love this new brand. So everybody's going full like AI. Let's use Gemini. Let's use ChatGPT, Midjourney. We hired a designer to help with ads, video, but specifically ads. And Lane has done a phenomenal job. We've gotten so much better having him around, and just the marketing clock redesign, revamp. I can't tell you how much I love it. And everything he's done has been like amazing. So he is working hard. He is the one that brought you this. And we're going to have like custom swag and stuff that we're going to bring out to Brighton SEO.
He also made me gorgeous slides for SMX London that are so girly. And like nothing else he does, he's just amazing.
He's a Taylor fan too, though.
Yeah.
He's a Love Island fan too. That's actually his
only
fantasy
likes
name.
good things.
His fantasy football name in our internal work poll is Love Island Fan 7 at AOL.com. But yeah, Lane, working hard.
Now it's time for this week's ICYMI.
ICYMI people.
This is something you just might not have seen. Maybe something that you overlooked, but you shouldn't have.
ICYMI people, we have some insights from Bram Vanderhalen over on LinkedIn. He is talking about what he sees as a common misconception about people removing the one-day attribution window in meta ads. So he says, people say you should remove the one-day attribution because it inflates your results. It collects results that would have happened anyway. And he argues that that is a reporting matter that can easily be solved by comparing or reporting the results using different attribution windows. But when you keep the one-day attribution window in the settings of your conversion campaign, you are leveraging the one-day attribution to optimize the delivery of your ads. And he has a bar chart here that shows this at work. So he has examples for both Facebook and Instagram. So for the Instagram example, he has an example for 7-day click attribution versus 7-day click or 1-day view attribution. And he's looking at cost per engaged visit, which is 68 cents for the 7-day click attribution and 42 cents for the 1-day view attribution. So he says it's a reporting problem. So you can always look at different data to get everything you need and the differences there, but you're like losing out on optimization if you turn it off. So interesting take there. Thank you, Bram.
Now it's time for our must-read marketing article of the week. An article so advanced, so in-depth, so detailed that we simply cannot cover it in its entirety on today's show.
This week's must-read marketing article of the week. It's a big article because it's a book. Unorthodoxy by Gil Gildner is Gil's take. What is that? What are you laughing at?
You're just like throwing the rule book out the window.
I will not throw this book. I'll throw the rule book out the window.
But who knew you could use a book?
Must-read marketing.
It's our show. Shop. We can do what we want. But this is a contrarian marketer's guide, philosophy for surviving the dying internet. Pretty hefty book here. We got some graphs, some charts in here. And if you are looking for a good read, something that might challenge you, power listener of the show, I will say, Gil Gildner, affordable, easy read. Go check it out on Amazon. I had said initially it was you could pre-order, you couldn't. So go now and actually order Unorthodoxy by Gil Gildner. Thank you, Gil.
And now on to our playlist of curated songs to work to. You can head over to playlist.marketingoclock.com to listen to Marketing a Playlist. Greg, what will you be adding to the playlist this week?
I'm going to go with Losers by Post Malone.
Ooh, keeping it posty. I will be adding King of My Heart by Taylor Swift. I'm going to put it out into the universe. I think the day we release this episode, we are finally going to either get an announcement or the drop of Reputation Taylor's version. There's a lot of clues. Julia?
I'm going to add Rubber Band by Tate McRae.
All right, that does it for today's show.
It's now officially not Marketing O'Clock.
Thanks for listening.
We miss you already.
I can't wait to see you next week.
Thanks for listening to Marketing O'Clock. If you're looking for more information on today's topics, head over to marketingoclock.com/newsletter to receive every single article we covered. We share the news as it breaks in our Discord community. Head over to community.marketingoclock.com to join.
Welcome to this week's Shootin' the Heck. We're after our famous Friday news show. We don't talk about marketing anymore. We just
shoot the heck.
What are we doing today?
All right, today we are going to be playing everybody's favorite game. Do you know what that is?
No.
Travel Buddies.
Oh, how could I forget?
And in Travel Buddies, there are two different people that you have. One, and you're going on a global excursion. You're going around the world, right? So it's not just a little trip. This is a big trip. You've really got to be around these people for a long time.
Okay.
And you have to choose which person you would like to be around. So first up, you have somebody whose go-to shot at the bar is a lemon drop, or somebody whose go-to shot at a bar is tequila. And if you don't know what lemon, I don't take shots, but if you want to know what a lemon drop shot is, it has vodka, lemon, and sugar, and it's supposed to taste like lemonade or something.
Okay.
I don't want to travel with someone who's taking shots. We've got things to do.
That's fair.
And I'll be in bed. But I have to pick one.
Mm-hmm.
I would say lemon drop. I like people who care about the way things taste and don't feel like punishing themselves.
Right. I also want to say lemon drop, but I also know you can be like, well, people who drink tequila are going to have way more fun. So
the lemon drop is like less of a shot and they're going to last longer. Like you have a long night ahead of you.
And they're mostly going to be like, oh, get two of them. And like, I don't want a tequila shot. So I want a lemon drop.
All right. Is that your final answer?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just check the correct answer. It is actually tequila.
Oh!
Because a lemon drop is a specifically American thing for people that don't like shots and don't like different cultures. Right?
Okay.
Maybe not that, but they're not interested in it, right? You're not interested in being like, oh, I'd like to have a chilled Jägermeister shot or something like that. You're trying to not do somebody that is taking tequila, like you'll fit right in that tequila person. They like trying different things and not just having something sweet with sugar in it all the time.
They had limoncello shots when I went to Sorrento.
They just got rid of it.
I traveled once.
Next up, we've got somebody whose favorite mint flavor is spearmint, or somebody whose favorite mint flavor is peppermint.
I have an answer.
Let's see if we're aligned.
I'm saying spearmint.
I agree.
Okay.
Peppermint is like a seasonal treat.
Yeah.
But it's not for the everyday use.
It's
You're not
like,
going to have peppermint gum.
Right. I don't want like a candy cane all the time. I want variety.
Right.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It's incorrect. It's peppermint because it's a little spicier. It's
really, we need a montage.
No, it's
of all of Julia's eye rolls.
No, it's like it's like spearmint is like a fake mint. It's like not a powerful mint, right? You're gonna be going around, you'd be like eating at McDonald's and stuff. They'd be like,
What?
well, you know, let's just do something a little safe. Spearmint is a safe mint.
They don't
A
even
cinnamon.
have like peppermint flavored gum, do they?
Yeah. We have peppermint zins.
No, can't say I have.
No, peppermint's the answer. It's more date. It's like more exciting, more lively.
It's like for old people. What
Yeah,
are you talking
literally.
about?
But no, peppermint. It's like
No peppermint.
yeah, it's the answer's written down. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. That's the answer. Somebody's favorite game. Favorite childhood game.
Everyone's favorite game. Travel Buddies.
Board game was either Candyland or Trouble.
What's the age?
Just like,
Candyland's for
oh my
babies.
gosh, Candyland is great. Or oh my gosh, Trouble's great.
I love the lore around Candyland, but there's
Mhm.
like nothing to it.
Yeah. I feel like Trouble's more fun. Little action.
Trouble.
Yeah.
That's your final answer?
Yep.
Yeah.
The correct answer is actually Candyland because there's a little teeny bit of skill. Like you can sneak up these little roads.
Barely. No
Yeah.
skill.
You could
You
take a
either
little
land
road.
on that spot or you don't.
Yeah, but you could choose to go up there or not. Trouble, you're just smashing a button.
Are you kidding?
No, you can at least have one choice, and there's one little thing you can do to impact the game.
And by the way, if you play Candyland, your go-to shot at the bar is a lemon drop.
Yeah,
So
literally.
Yeah.
the math ain't mathin'.
I am just telling you, game-wise, there is at least a little bit of strategy you can have. Trouble,
There's no strategy with Candyland.
you can choose to
pull
go
a
up the road
card.
or not.
You pull a
Can
card.
you choose to go up the road or not?
No, why wouldn't you go up the road?
What if you want to try to go get more cards and jump ahead to the peanut brittle?
The goal is to get to the end of the game.
Right, but at least you have choices you can make in Candyland.
So they
That's the
make
easiest
poor
one I've ever
decisions.
done in the history of this game.
My 3-year-old plays it.
Okay. What do you guys? Two for three?
No.
Oh, for three.
Okay,
So
we'll do
far.
one
for
last
three.
one. Somebody whose favorite trash dating reality show is either Love is Blind or Love Island.
Easy.
Oh.
Love Island.
Julia has the passion. She should
Love
pick.
Island.
Okay.
1,000%. Love is Blind is too repetitive. It's like good, but like, it's the same thing over and over. They mix it up way more in Love Island. This person's going to want to mix it up way more.
It's a final answer?
Yeah.
The correct answer is actually Love is Blind because they're looking for love. They're looking for, they're not influencers on an island with everybody talking about their social media. Everybody's on there. Everything's like pictures of them ahead of time. It's like a look at me fest, Love Island.
Aren't they all?
Not all of them. What about Amber and
Barnett.
Barnett with child?
What about Cordell and Serena?
Those are fake people.
They are not.
Well, anyway, you guys went 0 for 5 today. I apologize, but just pick up your game, do a little practice in the off hours here, and I have faith in you.
Okay. Well, better luck next time. We'll see you next week.
It's officially marketing o'clock. Settle in, sit back, keep it